All the fixtures patched into our show have attributes assigned to them to control their tracking. We call this the zacFixture. The zacFixtures attributes can be found in the live view under the fixture list. Click on one of the fixtures to enter the live settings for fixture X. I've chosen fixture 101. The first and most important setting for the fixture is to assign the tracker it is following. This is done in the assignment section. Clicking on the drop down here, you will see the list of trackers in your show. We're going to set fixture 101 here to follow tracker 1. Crossfade is used when you're working with a console and determines whose DMX values take priority. In terms of pan and tilt, if the crossfade fader is pushed to zactrack 100% and console 0%, then the pan tilt values being calculated by zactrack have ultimate priority over what the fixture is doing. I can see with my fixture it is perfectly following the tracker. If crossfade is pushed to console 100% and zactrack 0%, then the console has complete control and the zactrack values will be ignored. My fixture has now gone back to the values it is receiving from the console. Anywhere in between will result in a merge of the two. As you can see, my light is now somewhere in between what the console is saying and what zactrack wants to do. You can also disable crossfade entirely with the Disable Crossfade checkbox. Transition time says how fast the lights will move when the tracker assignment is changed. If the lights are going from none to tracker 1, should they snap to tracker's 1 location as fast as they can? Or do we want them to fade into their tracking values over a period of a few seconds? This is set with the transition time. My light is currently on tracker 1. I'm going to set the transition time to 4 seconds, then set the assignment to tracker 2. We can see the light moves from tracker 1 to tracker 2 over 4 seconds. Anytime the assignment is changed, the transition value will be considered. Remember the height offset value from the zac tag? We also have offsets on the individual zacFixtures, and each fixture can have their own X, Y, or Z axis offset individually. This is perfect for the moment when you have two lights that need to cover a bigger area. Let's say we were lighting a horse. The rider is wearing a tracker, but the horse and rider together are longer than just lighting a person. We may need to hit them with multiple lights. One light could be offset to light the front end, another light might have no offset at all to light the middle, and a third light could be offset to light the back end. There are many possibilities when you might need so many offset options. It's great to know they are customizable per fixture. There are also 16-bit channels, so you have even greater control. Lastly, we have a setting called Merge Mode. This decides which attributes of the fixture are controlled by zactrack when we are tracking. It also sets how much they are influenced by the input received from the console. The first mode is Auto 2. It only allows the zactrack server to adjust pan and tilt. These values are changed according to the actor's position on the stage. The other channels, dimmer, iris, zoom, and focus, use the console's values. One thing to note, when a fixture is in Auto 2 mode, any auto function set up by the Auto Function app will have no effect on the fixture. We will go into setting those up in the next video. Auto 6 mode allows the zactrack server to adjust all 6 attributes, pan, tilt, dimmer, iris, focus, and zoom, when tracking an actor. Just like in Auto 2 mode, pan and tilt are determined by the tracker's position on the stage. Dimmer, iris, focus, and zoom will be set by the fixture's auto functions. The Smart Beam feature we looked at on zactag will also be able to control zoom and iris when in this mode. In Auto 2, Smart Beam will not affect the fixture. When there are no auto functions in play and Smart Beam is disabled, the extra attributes will output default values. Dimmer at full with iris, focus, and zoom at half. Auto 6M is our third and final mode. It works similarly to Auto 6. Pan and tilt are determined by the tracker's positions on the stage. Dimmer, iris, focus, and zoom will be set by the fixture's auto functions, and iris and zoom are determined by Smart Beam when enabled. However, this mode will give the console the final control over dimmer, iris, focus, and zoom. zactrack first calculates base values for the extra channels according to the currently active auto functions and Smart Beam settings, just like in Auto 6 mode. But before sending these values to the fixtures, zactrack takes the channel values received from the console on a fixture's input universe, if defined, and uses them as multipliers to calculate the final output value. This allows the console to override output on the extra attributes to 0 or maximum, or anywhere in between as needed. This brings us to the conclusion of our zacFixture features. At this point, you're probably asking, what are auto functions? I'm happy you asked. We'll look at that feature in the next video.